Do you feel safe being seen? Are you afraid of being seen? What is it that you desire more than anything else? Not too long ago, I was extremely afraid to be seen. And as a matter of fact, I spent most of my life hiding. For me to be talking to you right now and allowing myself to be seen is truly a miracle. I have needed to create so much protection for myself. I've needed to hide. I've had much protection from this very experience right here because I wasn't safe. And now I am. So this video means a lot to me to be able to share a couple different ways to help create safety and empowering you to be seen. And being seen doesn't have anything to do with anybody else. It has everything to do with you being seen by yourself, allowing yourself to be seen. So, I'm allowing you to see me a little bit more. And even a little bit more. Like I was sharing in the Empowering You video, the ability for me to really acknowledge myself in a really deep way, really deep, safe way is through art. And art isn't just the art that I was showing you. It's the art of my practice. I love to write poetry. There's so many things I do in an organic way, an intuitive way, you might call it, where I'm just being with myself and allowing my creative expression to be, which is very artistic. So you seeing my art, me sharing my art with you, gives you a little bit more perspective of who is this Paul David character. And for me, who is this Paul David character? So I'm allowing myself to be seen by me as much as I'm allowing myself to be seen by you. So as you know, art is one of those ways that I empower me. In this video, I want to share more ways that you can empower yourself, specifically to be seen. So this is a blue pastel. You can see a blue pastel. And this artwork is pretty much done. I may fine tune it here and there. Can you see how this pastel had some contribution to this art? Can you see my blue eyes? Blue pastel. Blue art. You may think I'm crazy, and maybe I am a little bit, or a lot, depending on who you ask. The point that I'm making here is that I'm seeing myself, and just because it's blue, it doesn't mean that it's me, but it is me. It is me. It is me being seen by myself. When we allow ourselves to be seen by ourselves, it doesn't have to be art like I'm saying, but, and I need to say but, it is you choosing to see yourself. If I step back over here, in some ways you can see me more, and in some ways you can see me less. As I step forward, in some ways you can see me more, in some ways you can see me less. When we are creating that safety in being seen by ourselves, it has to do with a little bit of a risk, and everybody's different, but a little bit of a risk to be seen in a way that we haven't. A brown pastel. Can you see any brown? Can you see the brown? So the brown is a little bit more hidden, right? You have to maybe have to pause the video to see the brown, where the blue is like so like right in your face. The brown is a little bit more reserved. It's a little bit more hidden. Isn't that interesting that the blue is so obvious and the brown isn't? So these are that brown part of me is either just, that's just how the brown part of me is authentically, it's just how it is, or maybe that brown part of me isn't quite ready to be seen all the way. My art story will reveal. We'll see as time goes. So what I'm getting at in a more metaphorical way, my poetic nature, is to allow myself to be seen, encourage you to be seen by trying something different. What would happen if you wore a pink tie? What would happen if you wore a pink dress? What would happen if you wore a pink shirt, a pink pair of socks, pink earrings? What would happen if you had a pink hair tie? What would happen if you used an essential oil that was really in your face, like powerful, beautiful smelling, but just like, whoa? What would happen if you allowed yourself to be seen a little bit more? Just a little bit more. And what you're maybe feeling right now is beautiful. If you feel like a little bit of fear, a little bit of anxiety, like, Paul, what are you talking about? So tomorrow, I'm going to play golf with my son, and I'm going to take my daughter to a high ropes course, one of my daughters to a high ropes course. And we've done this before. What am I going to do that's going to allow me to see myself a little bit more? I don't know until I get there, but for certain I will, because I love to explore that. So maybe I'll try a shot I've never tried before. Well, inevitably, when you play golf, every shot's different, but that I might try a different approach. I might try a different club. I might try a different swing. On the high ropes course, that's always interesting. We try different courses, and the experience is always challenging. My daughter and I are pretty adventurous, and we want to try the hardest obstacles possible. So maybe I'll close my eyes doing one. Maybe I will do one backwards. And it's not so much challenging, but it is challenging to see myself in a different way. What if I decided that I was going to learn how to sew? That would really stretch me. That would really allow me to see myself in a very different way. At one time I did learn how to crochet, but I have since forgotten. It'll be interesting if I ever try that again. Okay, so I think you get the point with that. The other thing that I'm wanting you to realize as an opportunity for you to see yourself a little bit more, create a little bit more safety, build those muscles to be seen a little bit more, is to step in to a new experience, similar to what I've already said, but different. So as you step into a new experience, you move into a different feeling within yourself. This is one of my favorite types of crystals, labradorite. You like, I don't know if you can tell by looking at it, but there is a lot of depth. And I have several pieces of labradorite, and each one is like going into a totally different dimension. I love it. I love the depth, love the exploration. I love seeing myself. I love seeing myself in that. So being with the expression of seeing myself, just being with that is what I'm offering. The depth is pretty powerful. Being with yourself, seeing yourself, giving yourself that space to see with yourself. And that can be very adventurous, because lots of times we'll feel shame, we'll feel guilt, we'll have these feelings like come up when we look at ourselves, when we allow ourselves to be seen. And it doesn't even have to be looking in the mirror. Sending you so much love.